controlling. I can't seem to find myself again. My walls are closing in.
Not a sense of confidence. I'm convinced that there's just too much pressure to take.
I felt this way before. So insecure. Crawling in my skin. These wounds, they will not heal. Fear is how I fall. Confusing all is real. Discomfort endlessly has pulled itself upon me. Distracting, reacting. Against my will, I stand beside my own reflection. It's haunting how I can't seem to find myself again. My walls are closing in.
Not a sense of confidence. I'm convinced that there's just too much pressure to take.
I felt this way before. So insecure. Crawling in my skin. These wounds, they will not heal. Fear is how I fall. Confusing all is real. Crawling in Under a sky of dust, a constant wave of tension on top of broken trust. The lessons that you taught me, I learned were never true. Now I find myself in question.
They point the finger at me again.
Guilty by association.
You point the finger at me again.
I wanna run away, never say goodbye. I wanna know the truth instead of wondering why. I wanna know the answers, no more lies. I wanna shut the door and open up my mind. Paper bags and angry voices under a sky of dust. Another wave of tension has more than filled me up. On my talk of taking action, these words were never true. Now I find myself in question.
They point the finger at me again.
Guilty by association.
You point the finger at me again.
I wanna run away, never say goodbye. I wanna know the truth instead of wondering why. I wanna know the answers, no more lies. I wanna shut the door and open up my mind. I'm gonna run away and never say goodbye.
Gonna run away, gonna run away. Gonna run away, gonna run away.
I'm gonna run away and never wonder why.
Gonna run away, gonna run away. Gonna run away, gonna run away.
I'm gonna run away and open up my mind.
Away, gonna run away. Gonna run away, gonna run away. Gonna run away, gonna run away.
I wanna run away, never say goodbye. I wanna know the truth instead of wondering why. I wanna know the answers, no more lies. I wanna shut the door and open up my mind. I wanna run away, open up my mind. I wanna run away, open up my mind. I wanna run away, open up my mind. I wanna run away and open up my mind. A door and open up my mind. Paper bags and angry voices under a sky of dust. Another wave of tension has more than filled me up. On my talk of taking action, these words were never true. Now I find myself in question.
They point the finger at me again.
Guilty by association.
You point the finger at me again.
I wanna run away, never say goodbye. I wanna know the truth instead of wondering why. I wanna know the answers, no more lies. I wanna shut the door and open up my mind. I'm gonna run away and never It's the thrill of one more kill, the last one to fall. Who never sacrifice their will. Don't ever look back on the world closing in beyond the attack with your wings on the wind. All the things will reveal, and it's sweet, sweet, sweet victory. And it's ours for the taking. It's ours for the fight. And the sweet, sweet, sweet victory. And the one who's last to fall. The winner takes all. You don't win no silver. Ooh, you only lose the gold. You push with the fever. Oh, your time keeps going on. Against all the odds, against all your pain, your back's on the wall with no